You might have thought at some point that words don't have enough power to soothe the mind, that a simple narrated poem couldn't deeply touch your body and soul. Perhaps you believed that the anxiety you carry within yourself was stronger than any sound, more persistent than any positive thought, more present than any promise of peace. But let me tell you with sincerity and clarity, you are mistaken. The right words, spoken at the right rhythm, can transform your inner state. They can become an invisible remedy, a gentle balm that penetrates every part of your consciousness, gradually dissolving the tension you carry in your shoulders, chest, and mind. And that's why you're here. This isn't just ordinary content. It's an invitation to relief, an opportunity to allow your body to reconcile with rest, for your mind to embrace tranquility, and for your soul to find healing. This poem is a bridge that connects you to a state of deep peace, capable of softening the noise that stress and anxiety insist on spreading within you. Allowing yourself to listen until the end is allowing yourself to live a transformative experience. First, subscribe to the channel and tell me where you're listening from. Now you need to allow yourself to set the phone aside and focus on you. Because this journey isn't just about words that slide into your ears, but a dive into your interior, where your true strength lives, your true serenity. So breathe deeply. Once more, inhale and release the air slowly. And notice how, gradually, even the simple act of breathing already begins to relieve your mind. Feel the muscles in your face relax, as if the weight of an entire day were gently removed from you. Notice how your shoulders yield, as if letting go of an old baggage you no longer need to carry. This is where the process begins. A natural process without effort, just with surrender to the present moment. You don't need to fight against your thoughts now. There are no battles to win inside you at this moment. What exists is an invitation to rest, a call to calm the internal whirlwind. Each word that reaches you was chosen with care, like someone lighting a small flame of comfort in the midst of darkness. The sound of narration isn't just voice, it's presence, it's companionship. It's the reminder that even though the world outside insists on being chaotic, here inside, in this space we create together, only peace exists. And perhaps you wonder if it's really possible that a few minutes of listening can bring real benefits. The answer is yes, because your mind is moldable, and all it needs to change is the opportunity to disconnect from tensions and connect with a lighter state. It's in this space that healing begins. Stress dissolves, anxiety loses strength, breathing finds rhythm, the heart becomes tranquil. You don't need to believe me now. Just feel gradually how your body already begins to respond. Imagine now that you walk through an open field where the air is fresh and gentle. The sun says goodbye on the horizon, painting the sky in golden and pink tones, and a light breeze caresses your face. Each step you take is light, each breath is deep. The silence around isn't empty, but full of calm. This scenery isn't just imagination. It's the materialization of your own desire for peace, projected in internal images that your mind creates for you. And the more you allow yourself to visualize, the more the body believes, the more it relaxes, the more it surrenders. You don't need to make an effort to control anything. The beauty of this moment is precisely to let go, to release, to trust. Just as night comes naturally after day, just as stars appear without any effort, your mind can also find rest without needing to fight. All you need is to surrender to the flow, to the rhythm of words, to the sway of breathing. Now notice the weight of your body against the surface where you find yourself. Feel the support, the firmness that sustains you. It's a reminder that you're not alone, that there's security around you. You can allow each muscle to rest, each part of you to surrender to repose. The body understands when it's time to disconnect, and you've already begun to send this signal. Perhaps there's still a small resistance within you, a voice that insists on staying alert. Don't fight against it. Just allow it to calm down over time. The words you hear now are like gentle ocean waves that touch the sand repeatedly until gradually the terrain transforms. With each wave, more gentleness, more comfort, more silence. And it's in this state that we truly begin the journey. A journey that will guide you through the layers of your being, leading you to release the bonds of haste, fear, and restlessness. You don't need to accelerate anything because healing happens in slowness. You don't need to search outside yourself because everything you need already exists within. This is just the reminder, the key that opens the door to serenity. And upon crossing this door, you'll find something precious. The freedom to simply be without demands, without requirements, without masks. The freedom to rest in silence. Now that you've begun to release the first layers of tension, allow yourself to deepen even more. There's no hurry. Each word arrives at the right time, like drops of water that fall slowly on a stone, shaping it with patience. This gentleness is the secret. Nothing happens abruptly, nothing invades your peace. The relaxation process is like a silent dance, and you're already participating in it. While you listen, notice how your breathing finds a new rhythm. More tranquil, lighter, free. Air enters and exits without effort, as if each inhalation were a gift, and each exhalation were a liberation. With each cycle, you approach a little closer to a state of deep calm. Perhaps in your mind, loose thoughts still arise. Memories, worries, plans. You don't need to push them away by force. Just observe them like someone watching clouds pass slowly across the sky. They can't stay forever. At some point, the wind carries them away. So are your thoughts now. They come and go, and the space that remains between them is where serenity is born. Imagine for an instant that you're in a tranquil forest. The sounds that reach your ears are only those of nature. The gentle rustling of leaves, the distant song of a bird, the murmur of a stream that runs without hurrying. Light crosses through the treetops in golden beams, creating drawings on the ground. You walk along a soft trail covered with dry leaves, and each step echoes as if in perfect harmony with the earth's heart. In this place, there's no haste, no demands. Only the present exists, only you in communion with calm. And while you imagine, notice how the body reacts. Muscles weigh a little more, as if wanting to lie down in the safety of this ground. Shoulders yield, jaw releases, eyes almost close by themselves. You're surrendering. And this surrender isn't weakness, but strength. The strength to trust the process, the strength to allow your body to find the rest it deserves. You spent much time trapped in rushing, surrounded by external and internal noises. Now finally you can give yourself a gift. The gift of pause. The gift of silence. The gift of hearing not just my voice, but the echo of your own heart, which beats in serene compass, reminding you that you're alive, reminding you that peace still exists within you. Stress, anxiety, even signs of depression that sometimes try to obscure your light. All of this begins to dissolve when you connect with this state. Not because they disappear all at once, but because they lose strength. It's like lighting a candle in a dark room. Darkness may still be there, but it no longer dominates. The flame illuminates, warms, and transforms the environment. And now, by hearing these words, you're lighting this candle within yourself. Allow the flame to grow. Visualize it in your chest, gentle and constant. It illuminates your thoughts, warms your heart, softens each part of your body. This light spreads through your arms, reaches your hands, travels through your abdomen, relaxes your legs. Even your feet, which carry the weight of your day, now feel sweet relief as if walking on a soft surface. There's nothing to fear here. Each phrase that reaches you was created to guide, to embrace, to cradle. There are no judgments, no expectations. Only you and this moment exist, where rest becomes inevitable. And if at any moment you feel the desire to simply close your eyes and let yourself be carried away, do it. It's natural. Because this poem isn't just to be heard, it's to be felt. It's to open space in your mind, enough space for good dreams to arrive. Now imagine you're lying under a starry sky. The stars are so many they seem to form an infinite mantle over you. Each point of light shines as if it were a promise, a sign that the universe holds eternal calm. You breathe deeply, and with each breath you feel more connected to the sky, more integrated into this tranquil immensity. Fresh air enters your lungs and carries away all the restlessness that remained. In this moment, there's no space for worries. Tomorrow can wait. Yesterday is gone. Only now matters. Only this instant exists. And in this instant, you're safe, you're at peace. And while you remain in this state, notice how your mind begins to slow down. Thoughts that before were running now walk. Soon they also stop. And what remains is fertile silence, silence full of possibilities. It's in it that sleep begins to be born. It's in it that dreams find home. You don't need to seek this sleep. It comes to you like a gentle tide that advances and covers the sand. All you need is to allow. Now allow yourself to deepen the sensation of tranquility even more. Each part of your body already begins to understand the message you're transmitting. It's time to rest. The tension that before hid in muscles, joints, and even in thoughts gradually comes undone like ice melting in the sun. There's no effort in relaxing. There's only surrender, gentle, natural, inevitable. Imagine you're before a serene lake. The water's surface is so calm it reflects the sky like a mirror. You observe this lake and realize it's like your own mind, learning to repose. Before, perhaps there were agitated waves, small internal storms. But now the surface is smooth, crystalline, at peace. This lake doesn't hurry. It just exists in harmony with what surrounds it. So too can your mind be, tranquil, stable, silent. Upon observing this image, notice how your body responds. Feet seem lighter, legs rest, arms release, and even breathing deepens naturally. You don't need to control it. Just allow it to happen. Each inhalation is an invitation to calm. Each exhalation is a release of weight. And in this state, you can realize something profound. Anxiety isn't who you are. Stress doesn't define your essence. They're just passing states, like clouds that darken the sky for a moment, but never erase the blue immensity that exists behind. You're greater than your worries. You're vaster than your fears. Within you exists an infinite space of serenity, and now you're approaching it. Allow yourself to believe that peace is possible. More than that, feel that it's already present. because in this instant while you listen, it's blooming in you. Now imagine a gentle breeze blows over the lake. It doesn't disturb it. On the contrary, it creates small rhythmic waves that reflect the moon's light. This breeze is like the words you hear now, gentle, continuous, bringing movement but never disturbance. Only balance, only harmony, and just like the lake, you allow yourself to be conducted. There's nothing to fear because there's nowhere to run. The only destination is rest. The only path is serenity. Let your mind wander through memories of moments when you felt safe, protected, welcomed. Perhaps a childhood memory, perhaps a place you've been recently. It doesn't matter. What matters is that this feeling exists and you can access it now. It's an internal shelter, always available. And each time you evoke this memory, the more the body relaxes, the more the mind surrenders, the more the soul calms. In this refuge, there are no demands. No one demands anything from you. There are no deadlines, no responsibilities. There's only an invitation to be, to rest, to breathe. You can feel in this moment as if you were being cradled by a gentle movement, as if invisible waves carried you towards sleep. This movement doesn't require effort. It happens naturally, like the swaying of a hammock, like the distant sound of a lullaby. Your body recognizes this rhythm and adjusts to it. Now notice how your mind begins to slow down even more. If before it walked, now it almost stops. Thoughts become gentle echoes, distant, like voices that can no longer reach you. And in their place arises a space of silence, a fertile space where only calm blooms. It's in this space that you can repose. It's in this space that dreams will begin to be born. And perhaps upon hearing these words, you already notice a slight torpor in your eyes, a sweet weight in your eyelids. This is the sign that the body already understands. It's time to disconnect. It's time to surrender to sleep. But don't hurry. Just let this sleep approach gradually, like someone arriving silently, bringing comfort and security. Now imagine the starry sky again. It continues there, shining over you. The stars seem even closer, as if they wanted to embrace you. Each star is a promise of rest. Each point of light is a reminder that life can be simple, gentle, tranquil. You breathe deeply and this light enters you, illuminating each part of your mind. There are no shadows that resist this light. There are no restlessness that can defeat it. With each instant you're lighter, more tranquil, more serene. And upon realizing this, you can smile internally, because you know you're on the right path. You know sleep will come. You know rest has already begun. Now allow yourself to dive even deeper into this state of rest. Everything around seems to slow down, and even time seems to bend in your favor. The present expands, becomes sufficient, becomes vast. There's no hurry to advance, no need to go back. Only this instant exists, which extends like an infinite horizon of calm. Imagine yourself lying in a soft field, surrounded by flowers that move gently in the wind. The air has the sweet perfume of nature, and each inhalation carries this aroma to the center of your being. You feel part of this landscape, integrated into it, welcomed by it. The field extends without limits, and this sensation of amplitude is reflected in your mind, which now opens, free from fences, free from pressures. The sky above is wide and tranquil, and you realize you can project onto it everything you want to release. Worries, fears, anxieties. see these clouds forming in the sky, carrying away what no longer serves. One by one, they move away until they disappear on the horizon. What remains is only pure blue, infinite, welcoming. Feel how the body responds to this image. Each muscle surrenders even more, each part of you gives itself to repose. There's no rigidity, no resistance. It's as if all the weight you carried for days, weeks, or even months were being removed, dissolved in a space that demands nothing from you. And in this space, you discover something precious. Peace isn't something distant, something to be conquered. It already exists in you. It always has. It was just covered by layers of agitation and worry. Now, by removing these layers, you rediscover what was always waiting, your calm, serene, silent essence. Allow yourself to repose in this reunion. Allow yourself to recognize that however challenging the external world may be, within you there's always a refuge. This refuge is unshakable. It can't be destroyed by stress, nor by anxiety, nor by life's challenges. It remains silent and firm, like a mountain that observes storms pass without ever moving. And when you connect to this internal strength, you realize you can trust. Trust that the body knows how to rest. Trust that the mind knows how to calm. Trust that the soul knows how to heal. You don't need to conduct anything. Everything happens naturally, just like the cycle of night and day, just like the beating of your heart. Now imagine that from where you lie in this field, a gentle music begins to emerge, almost imperceptible but profoundly welcoming. It has no hurry, no urgency. It just envelopes you like invisible arms that cradle you with care. This melody is like life itself saying, "You can rest. Everything is fine." And with this certainty, you feel sleep approaching. First, like a gentle breeze that brushes your skin. Then, like a wave that envelopes your thoughts. Finally, like a complete, deep, inevitable embrace. There's no resistance. You surrender. You allow yourself. And in this surrender, you discover that sleep isn't absence, but presence. Presence of healing, relief, true rest. While this sleep grows, visualize that each cell of your body is regenerating. Your muscles recover energy, your mind finds clarity, your heart beats in peace. You don't just rest, you heal. Because rest is the deepest form of healing. And in this state, you can smile in silence, because you know you're exactly where you should be, on the path of serenity, in the lap of tranquility, in the shelter of good dreams. Nothing more is necessary. Just being, just resting, just trusting. And so slowly you fall asleep within this poem. You've already traveled an important path so far. Your mind began to slow down, your body found repose, and your soul felt the gentle touch of serenity. But the journey continues. Now let's go deeper toward an even more complete rest, where sleep becomes inevitable, where dreams arrive as welcome visitors. Often we believe we need to control every detail of life, hold every thought, anticipate every result. This excessive control weighs, traps, tires. Today you're learning to do the opposite. Release, let go, trust. When you release, something magical happens. The body becomes lighter, the mind opens, the soul expands. It's in this space that true rest is born. Close your eyes for an instant, or if they're already closed, just repose even more in them. Feel how the eyelids sway, as if they were curtains closing to protect your interior from the world's light. In this welcoming darkness, you need nothing beyond your breathing. Inhale slowly, hold the air for a brief moment, and then release without hurry. This rhythm is your safe harbor. This rhythm is the bridge that takes you to deep sleep. Now imagine you're walking along a deserted beach at dusk. The sand is soft under your feet. The sea extends as far as the eye can see, and the sound of waves is like an eternal melody. Each wave that comes and goes takes with it a part of your fatigue, dissolving it in the waters. You walk without hurry, feeling the gentle wind caress your skin, and realize that in that place nothing else matters. The world can continue spinning out there, but there only peace exists. And while you walk, you notice the sky begins to transform. Golden tones mix with deep blues, and the first stars appear shy on the horizon. It's as if the universe wanted to remind you that there's beauty in each transition, in each end of day, in each beginning of night. You too can transition gently from wakefulness to sleep, from agitation to calm, from fatigue to renewal. Breathe deeply and notice how each detail of this landscape touches you. The sound of the sea calms your thoughts. The sky's color cradles your feelings. The sand's touch relaxes your feet. Everything around you is part of a perfect scenery for you to rest. You no longer feel the need to run. Your steps slow. You stop, observe the horizon, and in this moment, realize that tranquility isn't just outside, but within you. The sea is a reflection of your mind, and the stars are a reflection of your soul. Everything connects. Everything harmonizes. Now allow yourself to sit on this beach. Feel the body's weight being welcomed by the sand, as if it were a soft mattress made especially for you. Muscles release, shoulders relax, breathing deepens even more. And in this simple act of sitting, you're already even closer to sleep. There's no need to think about tomorrow. It will come at the right time. There's no need to revisit yesterday. It has already fulfilled its role. Now only now exists. And now is rest. Now is peace. Imagine then that the sound of waves begins to transform into a lullaby. Each wave is a note, each splash of foam is a gentle chord. This music has no beginning or end. It just exists, cradling you in an eternal rhythm. The more you listen, the heavier the body becomes, the slower the mind becomes, the closer the arrival of sleep becomes. And in this cradling, you can feel deep gratitude. Gratitude for being here, for allowing yourself this experience, for giving your body and mind the gift of repose. Gratitude by itself is an antidote for restlessness. When we're grateful, we release. When we're grateful, we accept. And when we accept, we rest. Let this feeling grow within you. Thank silently for each detail, for the breath that keeps you alive, for the body that sustains you, for the opportunity to hear these words. Thank even for the difficulties, because they were what brought you here, that taught you the value of rest, that showed the importance of taking care of yourself. And with this grateful heart, notice how sleep approaches even more. So close it almost touches you. You don't need to run to it. It will come to you at the right moment, like an inevitable embrace. Remain for an instant in this tranquil beach scenery. Listen to the sound of the sea as if it were a constant reminder that everything in life has a rhythm, a cycle. Just as waves come and return, also your thoughts alternate between presence and absence, between silence and movement. The secret isn't in controlling them, but in accepting the flow, like someone observing the sea without wanting to dominate it. Now imagine night arrives slowly. The sky, once golden, is completely covered by deep tones of blue. Stars shine in greater number, forming constellations that seem to whisper ancient secrets. You feel you're part of this sky. Each star is a point of light also within you, illuminating the most silent corners of your soul. In this instant, notice how the body is even heavier. Muscles ask for nothing but repose. Hands rest gently. Legs relax as if there were no need for movement. Even your mind finds a point of quietude, where nothing needs to be thought, planned, or resolved. It's in this space that sleep approaches. And when this sleep begins to be born within you, there's no need to resist. Remember, to resist is to fight, but to rest is to trust. Just as you trust the sea that never stops returning to the sand, so too can you trust your body that knows how to rest, your mind that knows how to calm, your soul that knows how to renew. Imagine then that each star in the sky sends a thread of light to you. These threads envelop you as if they were gentle blankets that warm and protect you. This net of light is like an embrace from the universe. Nothing can cross it, nothing can disturb your calm. Within this light, you're safe. While you feel this protection, allow yourself to remember a moment in your life when you felt truly welcomed. Perhaps someone dear's lap, perhaps a childhood memory, perhaps a simple instant when you realized you were exactly where you should be. Bring this feeling back, let it grow within you. It mixes with the star's light, creating a sensation of deep comfort. You no longer need to maintain the weight of worries. They don't belong to this moment. Imagine each worry is like a stone you carry, and now, one by one, you place them on this beach's ground. Upon releasing them, you feel the body lighter, the mind clearer, the soul freer. There's no guilt in releasing. There's no loss in resting. There's only gain. There's only healing. And the more you release, the more space opens for sleep to arrive. This sleep isn't emptiness. It's filled with gentle images, with dreams that cradle your mind, with a sensation of security that covers each part of you. Now visualize a fresh breeze blowing over the beach. Slight, constant, and each time it touches your skin, it takes away a little more of the tension that remained. This breeze is like time. It doesn't ask for haste, it just follows its path, always bringing relief. And you let yourself be carried by it as if floating in an invisible swing. Your eyes, even if open, begin to want to close. If they're already closed, they become even heavier. Your hands repose, your shoulders surrender, your mind gives itself over. With each breath, you descend deeper into a state of rest. Notice how this rest isn't just physical. It's emotional, spiritual, touches your essence. It heals parts of you that were hidden, silent, waiting for this moment of care. And in this healing process, you reconnect with something greater. The certainty that it's possible to live with more lightness, that it's possible to trust, that it's possible to be happy. This certainty doesn't come with effort, but with surrender. And it's exactly this that you're doing now. Surrendering to rest, surrendering to sleep. Nothing needs to be rushed. Sleep arrives naturally in its time, the same way the tide always returns. Trust this flow. Trust your body. Trust yourself. And so, you feel you're already very close to falling asleep. Your thoughts become distant echoes. Your breathing is the only melody present, and the world around you disappears gently. Now that you already find yourself surrounded by calm, allow this state to deepen even more. Each word that reaches you is like a gentle wave that pushes fatigue away. Each breath is proof that the body knows exactly what to do to regenerate. You don't need to force anything. Everything happens at the right rhythm, naturally, as if life itself conducted this process for you. Imagine yourself now in a silent garden. It's night, and the full moon illuminates each corner, projecting gentle shadows on the trees, flowers, and path ahead of you. This garden is a sacred space created only for you. There are no other voices, no hurried movement, only the tranquility of wind that glides between leaves. You walk slowly through this place, and with each step you feel you leave behind a worry, a tension, a weight. The sounds around are subtle. The distant song of a cricket, the rustling of leaves, the light whisper of breeze. These sounds don't distract, don't hinder. They compose a symphony of serenity that cradles your ears, reminding you that nature knows how to rest, and you can too. Upon deepening into this garden, you find a bench made of smooth stone, illuminated by moonlight. You sit on it, and immediately the body responds with gratitude. It's as if you had finally found a place of perfect repose, a safe, stable, welcoming place. Your feet relax, your hands rest on your lap, your eyes almost close by themselves. On this bench, you realize you can release everything you don't need. Imagine now that in your hands exists a small blue flame. This flame represents all accumulated stress, all the anxiety you carried, all the tensions you maintained for so long. Observe it for a few seconds, and then gently let this flame extinguish. It disappears before you, dissolving the weight it symbolized. When it extinguishes, what remains is only free space, only silence, only calm. Breathe deeply in this moment. Feel how this simple gesture renews each part of you. The air that enters carries freshness, lightness, serenity. The air that exits takes away any remnant of tension that still tried to remain. It's a perfect cycle. Renew and release until nothing remains but peace. Now imagine that above the garden the sky opens in a spectacle of shooting stars. They cross the firmament slowly, leaving trails of light that seem to draw paths in the air. Each shooting star is an invitation to rest deeper. Each light that crosses the sky is like a whisper saying, "Everything is fine. You can release. You can sleep." Let these trails of light touch your mind. They illuminate the corners that still held agitation, dissolve the shadows of restlessness, and transform your thoughts into pure serenity. You realize there's nothing to fear. Sleep isn't emptiness, but return. A return to your essence, to interior silence, to the state where the body heals and the soul strengthens. And in this state, you feel you're increasingly close to falling asleep. Eyes weigh, hands warm, the entire body surrenders. There's no resistance, there's no effort, only surrender. Allow yourself to smile lightly, even if in silence. This smile is the reflection of peace that already inhabits you. It's a sign that the body recognizes rest, that the mind welcomes serenity, that the soul reunites with balance. Now imagine that in the garden center exists a fountain of clear water. You walk to it slowly and observe the sound of falling water. This sound is constant, rhythmic, gentle. It echoes within you like a mantra, reminding you that everything flows, that everything renews. You approach and realize you can touch this water. When you immerse your hands in it, you feel each drop takes away any remaining weight. The freshness travels through your arms, reaches your heart, envelopes your entire body. This fountain is inexhaustible. It will continue to flow even while you sleep. It will continue to heal even while you dream. It's the symbol of your own capacity for renewal. And with this certainty, you close your eyes and let yourself be enveloped by the fountain's sound, by the moon's gentle brightness, by the night flower's perfume. Everything unites in a perfect melody that cradles you towards sleep. You no longer need to think. You no longer need to search. Just rest. Just be. Allow yourself to remain in the serene garden your mind created. The silence around isn't empty, but full of tranquil life, gentle movements, invisible presences that welcome you. The moon continues illuminating, and you feel this silver light covers your entire body like a mantle of protection. Nothing can cross this mantle. It guards you, envelopes you, cradles you. Now notice how the night air is fresh. With each breath you receive a gift. Air enters, travels through your lungs, calms your heart, silences your mind. Upon exhaling, you release any residue of restlessness that still insisted on remaining. This simple gesture of breathing transforms into a healing ritual. Inspiration, peace. Expiration, liberation. Imagine the garden begins to slowly transform into an open field. The fountain is still in the background, but ahead opens an immensity of green and soft grass. You decide to lie in this field. The ground welcomes you as if it had been made to sustain your rest. The entire body surrenders. You feel the weight of feet, legs, hands, arms, head. Each part reposes, each part gives thanks. In this field, the sky is completely open, full of stars. They seem closer now, almost as if you could touch them. Some twinkle gently, others shine with intensity. Each star is like a silent guardian, watching your rest, ensuring nothing disturbs you. You're not alone. You're accompanied by this tranquil immensity that welcomes you without asking for anything in return. While you observe, a larger star shines directly above you. It emits a gentle light that descends to your body. This light travels through you slowly. First the head, relaxing the forehead, releasing tension from eyes, softening the mouth. Then it descends through shoulders, melting all the weight they carried. It continues through arms, reaches hands, which now rest in complete tranquility. The light continues descending, reaching the chest, regulating breathing, harmonizing the heart. Then it travels through the abdomen, relaxing muscles, dissolving any rigidity. It descends through legs until reaching feet. When it finishes, the entire body is enveloped in this light. It's as if you were inside a cocoon of serenity. And in this cocoon, nothing else matters. The world outside can wait. Your responsibilities can wait. Now only you exist, protected, enveloped, cared for. Sleep approaches like an inevitable wave. You feel this in the weight of eyes, in breathing's rhythm, in the gentle warmth that travels through the body. It arrives without asking permission because it's already the right time. Let your mind imagine for an instant that you're being cradled. Like a child in a cradle, you feel the gentle movement of back and forth. This movement is comforting, familiar, safe. It conducts you naturally towards sleep as if it were impossible to resist. And as this cradling continues, thoughts become distant, like voices fading at the end of a corridor. You no longer need them. Silence is sufficient. Silence is all that exists. Now allow yourself to fall asleep within this silence. Each word that echoes in you is just a guide, but who decides to rest is your body, your mind, your soul. You're already prepared. The sleep that arrives isn't just repose. It's renewal. It's healing. It's the opportunity to restore your energy, to nourish your dreams, to strengthen your hope. And upon waking, you'll know this deep rest was a gift you offered yourself. But for now, there's no future. There's no need to think about waking up. Only this instant of surrender exists. Only this embrace of sleep exists. Close your internal eyes, those that observe even when external eyes are closed. Let them also rest. What remains now is just feeling, just trusting, just sleeping. You've already traveled a path of gentleness and rest. Your body recognizes calm's rhythm, your mind begins to quiet, and your soul opens to dreams that are on the way. Now let's dive even deeper into a state where silence transforms into song and repose becomes complete. Perhaps there's still a part of you that tries to stay awake, as if wanting to watch, as if fearing to release control. This part is natural. The world we live in has accustomed us to being attentive, to holding everything with our own hands. But now, in this instant, you can trust. You don't need to watch. You don't need to carry anything. The universe, life, the very night care for you. Imagine you're lying in a hammock suspended between two strong trees. The hammock sways gently, in perfect compass to cradle your body. You feel the night's freshness caress your skin. Feel the discreet perfume of surrounding flowers. Hear the winds whisper among leaves. Each detail is part of a scenery that exists only for your rest. In this gentle sway, the muscles surrender even more. Your shoulders give way, your breathing deepens, your thoughts dissolve. The hammock holds you completely, and the motion is so natural that your body follows without any effort. It's as if time itself had slowed down to match your pace. As you remain in this rhythm, imagine the sky above the hammock begins to fill with shooting stars. One, then another, then another. They streak across the sky in silence, leaving trails of light that seem to paint messages in the air. These messages don't need to be read. You feel them. Each trail is a reminder. You can rest, you deserve to rest, you are safe. Allow these lights to touch your mind. They dissolve the remnants of restlessness. They ignite the flame of serenity. They remind you that sleep is not an absence, but a presence of peace. Take a deep breath. Inhale slowly, hold the air for a moment and release. As you exhale, notice how everything inside you eases. You are getting closer and closer to a deep sleep, a sleep that heals, a sleep that strengthens. Now imagine the trees holding your hammock begin to emit a soft glow. It's as if they had stored within them a silent energy ready to share with you. This energy travels down the hammock and reaches your body. It first touches your head, relaxing every muscle in your face. Then it runs over your shoulders, melting away all the accumulated weight. It passes through your arms, your chest, your abdomen, your legs until it reaches your feet. This flow of energy is constant, smooth, infinite. It ensures your body doesn't just rest, but renews itself. Every cell realigns. Every thought finds rest, every emotion finds balance. And in this process, you discover something. Sleep is not just rest. It is a return to what you have always been. A being of calm, of light, of serenity. The agitation, the stress, the anxiety, all of that was just a mist that veiled your essence. Now with every breath, that mist dissipates, revealing who you truly are. You don't need to strive to maintain this state. It is already happening. Your body knows, your mind knows, your soul knows. You only need to allow. You only need to trust. Now visualize an even larger moon appearing on the horizon, full, round, illuminating deep rest, cradled by the hammock of calm, protected by the moon's soft light. Now allow this rest to become even deeper, even more natural, as if every part of you is finally finding its place of origin. Imagine the hammock where you rest begins to transform into a boat. It is small, simple, but incredibly safe. It floats on calm waters without strong waves, without currents. Just a smooth, constant motion that rocks your body. You are lying in this boat looking at the starry sky. The sensation is one of lightness, as if the whole world were tranquil water, as if nothing could disturb this peace. The boat moves forward slowly, guided by an invisible current. This current requires no effort. You don't need to row, you don't need to worry. The boat knows the way. The river knows the destination. And you simply let yourself be carried. As you float, notice the sound of the water around you. It is rhythmic, soft, almost hypnotic. It is like a song that repeats tirelessly, like a mantra that tells you, relax, let go, sleep. This sound gently penetrates your mind, calming every thought, undoing every knot of tension. Now observe how the sky reflects on the water. The stars seem duplicated, shining above and below you. It is as if you were sailing through the universe itself, surrounded by lights that protect you. You feel you are part of this scenery, that your breathing matches the rhythm of the river, that your heart beats in time with the stars. Allow yourself to smile, even if slightly. This smile is the reflection of a simple truth. You are safe. Nothing can invade this space. Nothing can disturb this peace. The boat continues on its way, and with every meter traveled, you go deeper into yourself. The body is heavy, but at the same time light, as if floating between sleep and dream. The mind is tranquil, as if it had learned the value of silence. The soul is serene, as if it had found its way home again. And in this inner home there is no room for fear. There is no room for haste. There is no room for pain. Just a vast open space, illuminated by stars, full of serenity. Now imagine the boat arrives at a wide, tranquil lake. The waters are so clear they reflect every detail of the sky. The boat stops in the center of this lake, and you feel this is the perfect place to rest. There is no sudden movement, no noises, no distractions. Just silence, just calm, just the infinite reflection of the sky within the water. In this lake, time disappears. You don't know if it's the beginning or the end of the night. It doesn't matter. What matters is that here you can simply surrender to sleep. Feel your breathing become even slower, even deeper. Each inhalation is like drinking from the peace of the universe. Each exhalation is like returning to the world everything you no longer need to carry. Inhale serenity. Exhale worry. Inhale rest. Exhale tiredness. Inhale peace. Exhale tension. You are dissolving into this rhythm. You are becoming part of the lake, part of the sky, part of the silence. And at this moment, notice how your whole body vibrates in a state of tranquility. There are no tense muscles, no agitated mind. Just you surrendered. Just you resting. Just you sleeping. If any thought still tries to arise, let it float like a leaf on the water. It appears, but it doesn't stay. It passes, carried by the lake's gentle current. And so nothing accumulates, nothing remains but peace. Now allow yourself to dive even deeper. Imagine your body rests not just on the boat, but within the calm water itself. This water envelopes you, holds you, protects you. It is not cold nor hot. It is perfect. It is as if it were made just for you. Within it, all weight dissolves. Within it, all resistance disappears. Within it, there is only lightness. And in this lightness, you feel that sleep is already here. It is not coming. It has already arrived. It already envelopes you, already rocks you, already leads you into tranquil dreams. You are already floating on this serene lake, surrendered to the calm that envelopes your entire being. Now allow your mind to take you even deeper to a space of peace that exists within you. A space where there is no effort, where there is no past, no future, only the tranquil present. Imagine that in the center of this lake, there is a small island. It is covered in white flowers that glow under the moonlight. The boat glides softly to this island, as if drawn by an invisible force. When you reach the shore, you realize you don't need to walk. It is as if the land itself receives you immediately. You are lying on the soft grass of this island, looking at the sky, feeling the fragrance of the night flowers that emit a light, almost sweet perfume that lulls your breathing. In this place, the silence is absolute. And even in the silence, you feel a welcoming presence, as if something greater is caring for you. This presence doesn't need to be named. It doesn't need to be explained. It just exists, filling all the space, filling your heart too. The grass beneath you is so soft it feels like a mattress made by nature itself. The moon high above is like a soft lamp that warms without burning. And the air, fresh and pure, enters your lungs with ease, renewing your energy. It is as if every breath is a gift. Now imagine one star in particular stands out in the sky. It shines more intensely than all the others. Its light descends to you, forming a golden beam that envelopes your body. This beam doesn't just illuminate, but calms. It travels every part of you. It touches your mind, dissolving any agitated thought. It touches your heart, balancing every beat. It touches your soul, reminding it that it is whole, that it is strong, that it is serene. You realize this light is not external. It awakens something that was always within you. A spark of calm, of strength, of confidence. And now this spark grows, expands, becomes a field of peace that completely envelopes you. In this field you are protected. There is no room for fears. There is no room for anguish. Only for infinite calm. As you remain lying on this island, you feel sleep is getting closer. Your eyes are heavy, your body is immersed in serenity. Your mind is almost in absolute silence. The outside world no longer matters. Here there is only rest. Now allow yourself to imagine that each flower around you releases tiny particles of light, like glowing dust floating in the air. These particles descend softly upon you, covering you like a light veil. And this veil is like a heavenly blanket. It warms, protects, rocks you. The more it covers you, the heavier your body becomes, the softer your mind becomes, the more inevitable sleep becomes. Take a deep breath once more. Inhale slowly, feeling this veil of light penetrate you. Exhale slowly, releasing all that no longer serves you. With each cycle of breath, you dive even deeper until you no longer know if you are awake or dreaming. This is the point where wakefulness and dream meet. And at this point, you can now surrender completely. If any thought remains, allow it to dissolve like mist under the morning sun. It appears, but it doesn't last. It fades away, and what remains is just clarity, just silence, just peace. Now imagine the sound of the lake reaches your ears again. It is rhythmic, soft, almost like a lullaby created by nature itself. This sound echoes within you, rocking every cell, every part of your body, until you no longer feel the difference between inside and outside. You are the lake. You are the silence. You are the sleep. There is nothing to wait for. There is nothing to do. Just rest. Just sleep. You remain lying on this tranquil island, covered by the veil of light the flowers have spread over you. Your body is so heavy it seems to merge with the earth, and at the same time, it is so light it seems to float upon the silence itself. This dual sensation is an invitation to the deepest sleep, one that not only rests but also heals. Now imagine the lake around the island begins to emit a soft glow. The water reflects the sky, but the reflection is even more intense, as if the lake were made of pure liquid light. This light begins to expand, slowly reaching the island's shore, enveloping every flower, every leaf, until it reaches you. When it touches your skin, it is soft, warm, welcoming. This light asks for nothing. Simply envelopes, protects, rocks you. And within it, you feel you can let go completely. There is no need to watch, to control, to resist. You only need to trust. You only need to allow. With every breath, you feel this light enter you. It travels through your lungs, down your chest, reaches every cell. Your whole body vibrates in this state of silent renewal. And the more it travels through you, the further away the tensions, the fears, the worries become. Now imagine the sound of the lake's water transforms into words. Soft, whispered words that you don't need to understand. They are not to be understood by the mind. They are to be felt by the heart. And what they say in silence is simple. You are safe. You can rest. You deserve peace. These words echo within you like an ancient chant, a chant that lulls not just your night, but your entire existence. They remind you that rest is sacred, that sleeping is an act of trust, that allowing yourself to let go is also an act of courage. Allow yourself to dive into this chant. It has no beginning or end. It just exists, rocking you, sustaining you, leading you to sleep. At this point, your inner eyes are already closed. Your breathing is so slow it seems to blend with the rhythm of the universe. Your body is still, but inside there is movement. The movement of healing, of renewal, of life reorganizing in silence. You no longer need to imagine. You no longer need to visualize. You only need to feel. You only need to let yourself go. Sleep has already arrived. It already covers you like an invisible blanket. It already leads your mind into the space of dreams. It already sustains your body in the deepest rest. If anything in you is still awake, let it surrender too. There is no reason to resist. There is no reason to delay. Now is the right time. Now is the perfect moment. And in this moment, you fall asleep within the light, within the silence, within the infinite serenity that surrounds you. Nothing else matters. Just rest. Just sleep. You have already journeyed far into serenity, but the night holds an even deeper space, a place where peace becomes even more intense, where rest transforms into healing and renewal. Now allow your mind and body to explore this depth with confidence. Imagine yourself in a silent forest, where the trees stand tall and majestic. The moonlight filters through the branches, forming patterns on the ground covered in soft leaves. Every step you take is absorbed by the earth, which welcomes you, supports you, offering effortless support. There is no rush here. There is no need to hurry anything. Everything happens at life's natural rhythm. As you walk, notice the air is fresh and pure. Each breath is a gift that penetrates deeply into your body, expanding your chest, relaxing your muscles, and clearing your thoughts. As you exhale, you release any remaining tension, letting tranquility fill every internal space. Inhale peace, exhale weight. Inhale calm, exhale restlessness. And now visualize a small clearing ahead, illuminated by a soft, welcoming light. When you reach it, you feel you are exactly in the right place. The ground is covered by a carpet of moss that seems made just for your rest. You lie down and feel all the weight of your body absorbed by this natural bed. It is as if the earth is saying, "Here you can let go. Here you are safe." As you surrender to this rest, notice the sounds around you. The rustling of leaves, the distant song of night birds, the murmur of a nearby stream. These sounds are not distractions. They are the natural melody of peace, reminding you of the universe's serene rhythm. The more you listen, the slower your heart becomes, the more tranquil your mind, the softer your body. Now imagine a light breeze moves through the forest. It touches your skin, caresses your hair, and travels your entire body. This breeze has a magical effect. It dissolves all rigidity, soothes any pain, and conducts the energy of nature to each of your cells. You feel wrapped in this gentle touch, protected, welcomed. Each breath becomes even deeper. Every muscle surrenders more completely. Every thought finds silence. Allow yourself to observe that there is no rush. You don't need to move, you don't need to think, you don't need to solve anything. All that exists is this instant, this breath of life circulating within you, this moment of surrender. You let yourself be carried by the forest's natural rhythm, as if you were part of nature's own breathing. And as you remain lying in this clearing, now visualize that small particles of light begin to descend from the trees, like tiny stars that have touched the earth. They float softly in the air, illuminating the clearing and enveloping you. Each particle is like a seal of protection, a reminder that you are safe, that rest is sacred, that nothing needs to be done except allow yourself to feel. You feel the calm travel every part of your body. Each arm, each leg, each muscle in your face, each internal organ, all receive this serenity and harmonize with it. With every breath, this sensation deepens, making sleep more inevitable, more natural, more complete. Now allow your mind to imagine that you are floating gently on a lake within the forest. The water is calm, reflecting the moon and the stars. You surrender completely to this floating. The body's lightness is total. The mind dissolves into silence, and the soul connects with infinite peace. Feel that there is nothing to control, nothing to plan, nothing to fear. Rest is happening, regeneration is happening, deep sleep is approaching. You don't need to do anything. Just allow. As you float on this tranquil lake within the forest, allow the sensation of lightness and safety to deepen even more. Each gentle ripple of the water touches your body, rocks your breathing, and leads your mind into a state of absolute stillness. Nothing can disturb this peace. Nothing needs to be done. Just to exist is enough. Observe how the sky reflects on the water like a perfect mirror. The stars seem to multiply, forming soft patterns that match your rhythm. It is as if the entire universe is slowly dancing just for you, and every star is a silent reminder that rest is your right and not an indulgence. The body feels this dance of light. The shoulders relax, the arms rest at your sides, the hands settle, and the head finds provides perfect support on the water's surface. Every muscle surrenders, every cell recognizes that this is the right moment for renewal. And as the mind observes this starry reflection, you notice that thoughts begin to dissolve. They arise briefly, like leaves carried by the current, and softly disappear. There is no struggle, no resistance. They simply go, and you remain wrapped in the calm that stays constant. Now, imagine the light from the stars begins to softly penetrate the water around you, creating circles of brightness that slowly expand, completely enveloping you. This light is not warm, nor does it burn. It simply envelopes, like a blanket of pure serenity. Each breath makes you feel even more protected, even safer, even more ready to rest. Allow yourself to feel that this space of peace is not just physical, but also emotional and spiritual. Every worry you carried, every tension, every fear dissolves in this light. The body rests, the mind rests, the soul rests. It is a rest that goes beyond the physical, touching the core of your being. And as you surrender to this feeling, notice how the lake, the clearing, the forest, and even the moon and the stars are all connected to you. Nothing exists outside of you in this moment. The whole universe seems to conspire for you to find repose, and you feel a silent gratitude for this invisible care. Breathe slowly once more, feeling each inhalation bring freshness and renewal, and each exhalation carry away all that no longer serves you. Inhale calm, exhale tension. Inhale serenity, exhale tiredness. With each cycle of breath, you go even deeper into sleep. Imagine now that small creatures of the forest, owls, crickets, fireflies, become silent guardians of your peace. They do not disturb, they just exist around you, reinforcing the feeling of safety and harmony. Every sound they make becomes part of a natural lullaby, rocked by the wind, by the water, by the moon. And the more you surrender, the more inevitable sleep becomes. Your eyes are heavy, your body feels the weight of surrender, your mind almost no longer thinks. It just observes, feels, rests. Allow yourself to smile internally, even if in silence. This smile is the expression of trust in yourself, in life, in the present moment. It is the recognition that you deserve this pause, that you deserve this deep rest, that you deserve to feel the peace that surrounds you. And as you remain in this state, visualize that the light of the stars and the soft breeze of the forest begin to envelop every cell of your body, as if you were being embraced by the universe itself. This embrace demands nothing from you. It only sustains, rocks, and leads you to the deepest sleep, to complete regeneration, to the rest that heals. Now there is no rush, no obligation, no limit. Only this instant exists, only this space exists, only you exist, totally surrendered, totally protected, totally ready to rest. You remain floating in this space of serenity, where every breath seems to lead you to a deeper level of rest. The water of the lake around you is calm, reflecting the stars and the moonlight, as if the sky itself had descended to rock you. There is no rush, no obligation, no need to think about anything. Just feel. Imagine now that small, gentle waves begin to form around your body. They do not disturb, they just follow your natural rhythm. Each wave is like a gentle touch, reminding you that rest is not an absence, but a presence. A presence of healing, a presence of renewal, a presence of peace. As you watch these waves, notice that your thoughts, if they still exist, become more and more distant. They turn into leaves carried by the water, disappearing effortlessly without worry. You don't need to hold them, you don't need to fills your heart. The breeze passing through the trees carries soft scents, memories of safe places and happy moments. Feel each inhalation as an embrace, each exhalation as a release. Now visualize the moon shining even more intensely, reflecting on the water and softly illuminating every detail around you. This light touches you with delicacy, passing through skin, muscles, and bones, reaching every corner of your being. It is a light that does not blind, but envelopes, rocks, and heals. Every cell responds to it, relaxing, regenerating, recovering energy. Allow this light and the calm of the water to also fill your mind. If any thought insists on arising, observe it without attachment, like a cloud passing in the sky. It does not remain, it dissolves, and what is left is the space of silence and peace that already exists within you. As the body becomes heavier and at the same time lighter, the sensation of floating on the lake makes every part of you feel the protection and care that surround you. It is as if the universe itself is rocking you, ensuring that nothing can disturb your rest. And in this state, the mind finds its natural rhythm. The heart beats serenely, breathing becomes slow and deep, and the senses, even when alert, perceive only harmony and comfort. Every sound of the forest, every reflection of the moon, every ripple of the water contributes to this silent melody that leads you to an inevitable and restorative sleep. Imagine now that around the lake, small lights begin to unite, forming a protective net over you. This net is not rigid nor heavy. It is soft, flexible, and infinitely welcoming. It covers every inch of your body, wrapping you in safety and comfort. You feel that, under this net, nothing can reach you. Nothing can disturb your rest. Feel each breath lead you even deeper into this space. Inhale trust, exhale tension. Inhale calm, exhale agitation. Inhale light, exhale darkness. Each cycle of breath is a silent step toward the deepest sleep, the most complete rest. And as you surrender, you realize there is no more need to control anything. Rest happens by itself, the body regenerates by itself, the mind calms by itself, and the soul strengthens by itself. You just allow yourself to be present, completely surrendered to the serenity that surrounds you. Allow a soft smile to appear on your face, not as a conscious action, but as a natural consequence of the well-being you feel. This smile is the silent expression that you are exactly where you should be, at the right time, in the right place, in complete harmony with yourself. Lying on this tranquil lake within the forest, wrapped in the net of light and serenity, allow yourself to feel the fullness of rest. Every breath, every heartbeat, every whisper of the breeze is a reminder that you are safe, protected, and that deep rest is your natural right. Imagine the moon, now larger and brighter, gently touches the water's surface. Every reflection that reaches you is like a ray of healing, passing through your body, reaching every cell, dissolving any remaining tension. The body feels light, but at the same time deeply supported. The mind feels clear, but at the same time quiet. The soul feels whole, protected, and wrapped in an invisible embrace that comforts it. As you remain in this state, visualize that the light from the stars and the moon begins to transform into a soft rain of glowing particles. Each particle that touches you is a drop of pure, renewing energy. They travel through your body, from the top of your head to the tips of your toes, dissolving any remnant of tiredness or worry. Each touch is a reminder that you deserve this rest, that you deserve to feel peace, that you deserve to surrender completely to sleep. Now imagine the forest around becomes even more silent. The lake perfectly reflects the sky. The trees stand still. The breeze whispers softly among the leaves. Nothing exists to interrupt this moment. Nothing exists besides you and the serenity that envelopes you. Every sound, every light, every breath aligns perfectly with your body's rhythm. Allow your body to merge completely with the lake's water, the island's earth, the clearing's soft moss. Every part of you surrenders without resistance. The muscles relax, the mind calms, the heart beats in a serene and steady rhythm. Your whole being harmonizes with the energy of the forest, the lake, the moon, and the stars. Now imagine the sound of the nearby stream transforms into a soft melody, a natural lullaby that echoes through the forest. This melody enters your ears, travels your mind, and calms every cell. It rocks you so delicately that sleep becomes inevitable. Every note dissolves any shadow of tension that might still remain. As the melody and the light envelop you, notice that the final thoughts begin to disappear. They turn into particles of light, dissolving into the air, joining the energy that already covers your body. What remains is absolute peace, the feeling of complete safety, the deep comfort that only true rest can provide. Breathe deeply once more. Inhale serenity, exhale any worry. Inhale calm, exhale tiredness. With each cycle of breath, you dive even deeper into restorative sleep. And notice that even when you are asleep, the light, the serenity, and the energy of the forest will continue to sustain you, to care for you, to protect you. Allow yourself finally to dissolve into this moment. There is no rush, no obligation, nothing to do. Just rest. Just float in this space of peace, allowing sleep to envelop you, guiding you to gentle and restorative dreams. And so, with the starlight, the forest's melody, the gentle breeze, and the lake's energy, you surrender completely to rest. Nothing else exists besides this moment of pure serenity. And in this moment, deep sleep becomes inevitable, restoring body, mind, and soul. You have already journeyed a path of serenity, crossed woods, islands, and lakes of pure calm, and are now ready to plunge into the final phase of this deep rest. This is the moment of total surrender, where body, mind, and soul align in perfect harmony, and restorative sleep becomes inevitable. Imagine you find yourself in a wide open field, surrounded by gentle hills, covered in soft grass, and illuminated by a full, tranquil moon. The sky above is full of twinkling stars, each casting its gentle light upon you. Here in this field there is no rush, no obstacles, no distractions. There is only you and the infinite serenity that permeates the space. As you lie down on the grass, feel the contact of the earth, firm and yet welcoming, supporting every inch of your body. Every muscle finds relaxation, every joint surrenders, every organ receives the silent care of the calm that surrounds it. The heavy body becomes light and the light mind becomes deep. Allow the fresh air to fill your lungs, penetrating deeply, bringing energy and tranquility. As you exhale, release all that is unnecessary. Inhale peace, exhale tension. Inhale clarity, exhale tiredness. With each breath, you come closer to complete serenity. Now visualize small particles of light slowly descending from the sky. They hover over you like a rain of stars, softly covering every part of your body from head to toe. Each particle They dissolve any remnant of worry or anxiety, leaving only space for deep, reparative sleep. As you remain in this field, hear the sound of the breeze passing over the hills, the soft rustling of the grass, and the distant whisper of the trees. These sounds do not distract. They lead your mind to a state of quietude. Every note, every sound, every touch of the wind is like a mantra that silently repeats, "You are safe. You can rest. You deserve peace." Allow yourself to feel that in every cell of your body, calm settles deeply. Every muscle, every nerve, every bone settles into serenity. The mind, once agitated, finds its natural rhythm, slow, constant, silent. The soul feels light, whole, wrapped in protection and care. Now imagine a soft light, similar to the moon's, begins to envelop you. It is not cold nor intense. It is perfect, warm, and flows slowly over your whole body, covering every limb, every point of your torso, every region of your face. Every touch of this light transmits rest and comfort, deepening the sensation of relaxation. As the light envelopes you, visualize that small waves of energy travel through your body. They harmonize every heartbeat, every movement of your breath, every pulsation of your mind. It is as if the energy of the universe is tuned to you, gently guiding you towards sleep. You feel you are completely safe. Nothing can interrupt your rest. Nothing needs to be done, nothing needs to be thought. Only surrender to the moment, to the space, to the calm is enough. Allow yourself to smile internally, even if silently. This smile is not a conscious action, but the natural reflection of your surrender, of the trust in yourself and in the serenity that surrounds you. It is the recognition that you deserve this deep rest, this restorative sleep, this total renewal. As you remain lying down, observe how the moon and the stars seem to draw closer, enveloping you in an embrace of light and warmth, reminding you that rest is not just physical but emotional and spiritual. With every moment, you dive deeper into sleep, further from worries, closer to the complete regeneration of body, mind, and soul. You remain lying in this serene field, wrapped in the moon's soft light and the stars' glow. Each breath becomes slower, deeper, and more regular, as if matching the very rhythm of the universe. Your whole body surrenders to gravity, every muscle relaxes, every fiber of your being finds absolute repose. Now imagine the field extends infinitely around you, without limits, without end. The grass beneath you is soft, the sky above is vast, and the sensation of freedom is complete. Every part of you perceives that there is no need for any effort, only surrender. You are safe, protected, and the serenity that permeates this space leads you to a deep state of rest. Allow yourself to feel the soft sound of the wind passing over the hills, the rustling of the grass, the distant whisper of trees and streams. Each sound is a silent reminder that you are not alone, that all of nature is leading you to sleep. It is a melody of calm that penetrates your mind and dissolves any remaining tension. Now visualize small particles of light descending from the starry sky. They fall softly upon you, touching your skin, traveling your body, and reaching every cell. Each particle transmits rest, safety, harmony. They dissolve any worry, any scattered thought, any sensation of anxiety or tiredness. The body feels regenerated, the mind feels tranquil, the soul feels complete. As you remain in this state, feel your breathing become even deeper and more natural. Inhale peace, exhale tension. Each cycle of breath takes you more deeply into sleep, allowing the body to regenerate, the mind to calm, and the soul to strengthen. Now imagine a gentle breeze moves across the field, caressing your skin and enveloping you like a delicate embrace. This breeze carries subtle scents, memories of safe places, of happy and tranquil moments. Every touch is comforting, every breath is calming, and every moment leads you to an even deeper surrender to sleep. As your body rests, visualize that the stars above begin to shine with even greater intensity, forming a protective net of light over you. This net covers every inch of your body, offering a sensation of total welcome and protection. You feel wrapped in a bubble of infinite peace that nothing can disturb. Allow yourself to perceive that every cell of your body responds to this light, to this breeze, to this energy of the field. The muscles relax, the heart beats at a steady rhythm, the mind finds deep silence. The breathing becomes a soft and constant rhythm. Your whole being is aligned with the serenity of the moment, ready to plunge into a complete and restorative sleep. As you surrender to this state, allow a soft smile to appear on your face, a natural reflection of trust in yourself, of acceptance of the moment, of the certainty that you deserve to rest. This smile is silent but powerful, indicating that body, mind, and soul are totally harmonized. And so, wrapped in the starlight, the touch of the breeze, and the comfort of the infinite field, you feel that sleep is already present. It doesn't need to be called. It doesn't need to be rushed. It arises naturally, leading you to a deep rest, where healing and regeneration happen completely and naturally. You remain lying in this serene field, totally surrendered to the calm that envelopes you. Each breath is deeper and more natural, each heartbeat is slower and steadier, and every cell in your body feels protected and nourished. In this instant, the sensation of peace becomes almost tangible, as if you could touch it and feel it flowing through every part of your being. Imagine now that the field around you slowly transforms into a meadow illuminated by hundreds of small lights floating in the air. These lights are soft and warm, hovering over you, enveloping you and creating an aura of protection. They dance slowly in perfect harmony, reminding you that rest is a natural right and that you deserve to feel this deep peace. As you watch these lights, allow any remaining thought to dissolve like mist at dawn. They arise but do not remain. They are carried away by the gentle breeze that moves across the field. Every worry, every tension, every sensation of tiredness dissolves and disappears, leaving only space for serenity. Now visualize that from the horizon approaches an even more intense light, but soft and welcoming. It flows across the field, touching you with delicacy, traveling every part of your body and every thought. This light transmits a sensation of warmth, security, comfort, and regeneration. It travels over your head, relaxing the facial muscles, softening your forehead, eyes, and jaw. It travels over your shoulders, releasing accumulated tensions, goes down your arms, reaches your hands, travels your torso, your hips, your legs, and finally your feet. Every touch is a silent reminder that you are safe and protected. As this light covers you, notice how your body feels both light and deeply supported at the same time. Every muscle surrenders, every joint finds its natural rest, every organ feels the comfort of rest. The mind, once agitated, finds absolute silence, and the soul feels wrapped in a sensation of completeness. Now imagine the sky above opens even more, revealing a multitude of twinkling stars, and that each star emits a soft energy, leading you to an even deeper state of relaxation. It is as if each light is whispering, "You are safe. You can rest. You deserve this peace." Allow this energy to penetrate you, dissolving any remnant of restlessness, any worry or tension. Each breath takes you more deeply into sleep. Each heartbeat aligns with the rhythm of serenity, and every physical sensation harmonizes with the calm of the environment. Feel that the surrender is complete. There is no need to watch, to control, to think. Rest happens by itself, and you allow yourself only to feel, to surrender, to trust. The body regenerates, the mind calms, the soul strengthens. As you remain in this state, notice that time no longer exists. There is no past, no future, only this moment of absolute surrender. Each breath, each touch of the light, each gentle movement of the breeze leads you more deeply into sleep. Allow yourself to smile softly without effort, recognizing the trust you place in this moment. This smile is a silent reflection of your surrender, of the peace that envelopes you, of the certainty that you are exactly where you should be, ready for the deepest and most restorative sleep. And in this moment, you feel that sleep is already present. It doesn't need to be called, it doesn't need to be sought. It arises naturally, leading you to a complete rest where body, mind, and soul are renewed and strengthened. You are now completely immersed in the serenity that has traveled every part of your body, mind, and soul. The field around you becomes even more silent. Every light, every star, and every breeze unite in a melody of absolute peace. Everything around you is harmony. Everything within you is deep rest. Allow yourself to feel that this surrender is complete. There is no need for resistance, for vigilance, or for effort. Each breath is natural. Each heartbeat is tranquil. Each thought dissolves like mist at dawn. You are safe. You are protected. You are exactly where you should be. Visualize that the light of the moon, now intense and serene, descends upon you like a gentle embrace. It travels over your body, touching every part, every cell, every fiber, filling you with peace, comfort, and protection. This light dissolves any remaining tension, any tiredness or worry, and leaves only a sensation of lightness, fullness, and well-being. The sleep, which was already approaching silently, now envelopes you completely. It is deep, tranquil, and reparative. There is no effort, no need to seek it. It arises naturally as a consequence of surrender, of trust, and of the harmony you have cultivated throughout this journey. As you surrender totally, notice that every element of the field, the soft grass, the starry sky, the gentle breeze, the particles of light, unites to sustain your rest. Everything conspires for your well-being, for the care of your body, your mind, and your soul. Every cell regenerates, every thought finds silence, every emotion finds balance. Feel that you float between dream and wakefulness, between the light of consciousness and the darkness of rest. This space is sacred. Here there is no pain, no anxiety, no stress. There is only infinite peace, only total surrender, only restorative sleep. Now, imagine that the energy of all the stars and the moon concentrates over you, forming a protective field that stays with you throughout the night. This field is not visible, but you feel its presence, like an invisible embrace that keeps you safe and protected, even during the deepest sleep. Allow yourself to dive even more deeply into this state. Each breath takes you further. Each heartbeat envelopes you more. Each touch of the breeze and the light sustains you. Everything around transforms into softness, harmony, and healing. You surrender completely, without reservations, without fears, without rush. And as you allow yourself to rest, you perceive that sleep is more than rest. It is regeneration. It is healing. It is restoration of the body, the mind, and the soul. It is an embrace from the universe that silently says, "You are safe. You're loved. You deserve peace." Allow one last soft smile to appear on your face, a reflection of trust in yourself and in the harmony that now envelopes you. This smile is silent, but powerful, indicating that you are ready for the deepest, most restorative and revitalizing sleep you could receive. And so, as you surrender completely, sleep settles in naturally and inevitably. Every cell of the body rests, every thought finds quietude, every emotion harmonizes. The body regenerates, the mind calms, the soul strengthens. Everything is in balance, everything is at peace. May this moment remain with you throughout the night. May the serenity you felt in this field, in this lake, in this forest, and under this starry sky continue to protect you, to sustain you, and to guide you into gentle and restorative dreams. And finally, surrender. Because now, totally protected, completely safe, and profoundly at peace, you can sleep.